Hello, everyone, and welcome to Divine Debut. This is your daily divine spread. Thank you so much for being here. Today is the 14th of April of 2020. A very special day for me as I'm celebrating my daughter's birthday today. And it was 22 years ago, this very special day, and I say it and I do get the goosebumps. I was blessed with the presence of this beautiful soul. I have got two children. Today is my daughter's birthday, and it's a very, very special day for me. So help me celebrate this day. I hope that you're all doing really well. Happy birthday to all others of you that have your birthday today, 14th of April. Let's take your divine message and let's see what is playing out today karmically. And we have the Strength card, and the Strength card is Leo. Now we know that this is a card of courage. This is also a card of patience, as we have issues that we are trying to maybe manipulate, control, manipulate in a good way, I want to say. So we're trying to manage some sort of a situation, could even be a person. We know that this is a card of bravery. Now Leo is all about the heart. Leo is very, very, very positive, but also very much about giving. Leo people are very, very generous. That, of course, they like to shine. They like to show themselves and their abilities, and this could prove today that we are showing that we've got the courage and the strength to manage any sort of situation that we are surrounded by. Whatever is going on for us on a personal level, the card of Leo, Strength card, is saying that be patient, that whatever you're trying to manifest here, you're working towards it. Keep putting in the effort and trust. You need to trust that this will happen. You will be able to do what it is and what is asked of you at this time. Okay, some of you may be dealing with a strong Leo, and Leo can be quite royal. As we know, this is all about leadership. Let's take another card. Let's take the divine spread and see what the messages are. Mind you, I do hope that you're all enjoying these love readings that I am working on. Thank you so much for your support, for your trust in my readings, and let's continue. All right, we've got the Justice card, and I think this is the third day in a row that we've received the Justice card. What is hidden from us, what we don't see, is the Five of Cups. Now, a couple of days ago, I did take this card, and it was in the reverse, which I don't read reversals. So this could be still that energy. And of course, that's why I speak of the cards as in a upright state, but also reversed depending on what I feel. Let's see what's going on in the recent past. And we have Judgment, and Judgment is Pluto. In the now position, everyone, we've got the Faith card. Beautiful Taurus energies here. What is on our mind? What are we trying to accomplish? We've got the Page of Wands, and this is the Aries energy for me. In the action and advice is the Knight of Coins. What is the outcome for today, everyone? Three of Cups, and this is the third day in a row. Three of Cups. Yesterday, this card was in the divine position. I think the day before, it was in the outcome position. Let's just move these cards over as I get carried away and I don't see that the cards are not all showing up. What's going on in the divine position? What's the divine message for today, everyone? And we have the Death card. Wow. The Death card is major change. We are going through major changes at this time. We have got a lot of fixed energies. We've got Leo, we've got Taurus, we've got Scorpio. And let's see what's at the bottom. We've got the Fool again. Aries energy. So we do have energies of movement, taking the action, starting a new cycle. We know that the Fool is the beginning of a brand new cycle, and I have been talking a lot about cycles. Now we know that Aries is the warrior. Aries is very decisive, and they take the action. They don't sit back and wait. So Aries, ruled by Mars. Mars is all about fire and going with it, going with what we desire. Okay, so there is a brand new beginning here, a new cycle for a lot of you is starting. What's beneath that? And we've got the Ace of Cups, which we had yesterday as well. So beginning something that we love, you know, taking a risk on what we love and what nurtures our soul. That's what I feel here with the Ace of Cups. Okay, so the Justice card is the sign of Libra. This is also very karmic. This reading stems from something that is very fated. The Justice card is harmony and equilibrium. It's also about partnerships. It can speak of legalities as well. And I feel as though someone is wanting to take a leap of faith. This card together with the Fool, they're very similar to me. This is the Major Arcana and the Minor Arcana. So yes, someone is ready. They're looking to find balance where partnerships, collaborations of all sorts are concerned. And they're willing to take that leap of faith. They're seeing the bigger picture. That's what I see with this card here. Now, in the hidden position with this Five of Cups, this is looking at the glass half empty rather than half full. But because this is in the hidden position, I feel that this would have been in the reverse as it was the day before. And of course, these are general messages. They will not resonate with everyone, but that's what I feel with this card. I will be taking another card for clarity. Okay, this card is saying leave the past in the past and see what is standing for you and what the prospects are for the future, as she is holding those two cups that she is mulling over, a relationship, a collaboration where two people are concerned, of course. Now the Judgment card is the number 20. Two breaks, this is a 2 if it's broken down, so 2s always speak of balance. We do have a couple of cards of balance here. Okay, Judgment calling is maybe someone's judged someone too harshly. For some of you, you may have judged someone else. They're going through some sort of a change, and we can reverse the messages where maybe someone was judging you too harshly. But this card is saying that there is a resurrection that is starting to take place. Okay, there is help on it coming, and it's on the way. But this has started recently, in the recent past. Now we know that death and transformation and resurrection obviously take time. And with the Death card, this is a major change happening in all of our lives on a collective scale. We have very karmic cards, which is the Judgment, the Justice card, and the Death card. It's a very, very significant message coming through, and especially with the general energy of the Fool card here. We have the Ace of Cups, we have the High Priestess, which is us trusting in that intuition. This is spiritually having the knowing that things will be fine. This is another 2. Number 2, again, finding our balance and coming out of the fear. 8 of Swords, coming out of depression, coming out of imprisonment, having the idea that we are imprisoned. We know that the Fool is not a prisoner in a relationship. This is someone that is very free-spirited, someone who's ready and, on that mark, get set, ready and go. This is not going to be stopped. The energies of the Fool, we know it's a Major Arcana. And with the Faith card in the position of now, we know that many changes are coming through, and we are needing to keep the faith with that High Priestess and the High Priest here. Okay, this is a deep knowing. Now, if this is a relationship, for those of you that haven't had the indication of this relationship getting through these difficulties, you need to know that keeping the faith and trusting. Again, the word trust comes up. Trusting in the higher plan, in the divine plan. That is what will get you through these difficulties and these changes. As we know, the faith card is a number 5. Now again, you may be in some sort of a commitment. Some of you may be needing to exit, to leave a situation where you've been too much challenge, I feel, in this card here. Too much about people being on different pages. Maybe some of you have connected spiritually, emotionally with someone else, someone that was more aligned with you. And I do believe that first, the changes that we go through come in on a spiritual level before we can actually physically make them. And I do feel that with the faith card again, and of course with the indications of Taurus. Taurus is all about, it's Venusian ruled, and we know that Taurus is all about our values and what we love. We know that also Venus is now in shadow phase, so this is a time of connecting, and we will be seeing the light, we will be seeing the changes that we are hoping for, but at this time we're running on inspiration, we're running on our beliefs. And I know that for many of you that are not seeing the fruits of your labor, whether this is a relationship or any situation you're in, for those of you that are not seeing it, as the Strength card is saying, that you need to be strong and just trust in that divine plan. You need to be patient as changes are coming through. We know that Uranus moving through the sign of Taurus is that change. It is the sudden, unexpected tower energies coming through and the shift. Now again, Page of Wands, that message, that messenger could be coming through. This is what you are hoping, and we know that this is going to come through quickly and unexpectedly, as this Page of Wands is the messenger, and there is a lot of abundance and prosperity with this message that's going to come through, whether this is a love relationship or any sort of a connection, as we know that Libra is all about other people. Okay, it could be family members, could be a friendship, any sort of a connection. Now, in the action and advice, the Knight of Coins is very slow moving. He's all about planning his path forward. And I do feel that this Knight of Coins is someone that needs to be certain before they take that next step. So this is, looking at the details, Virgo. Knight of Coins for me is the Virgo energy. So it's all about reading between those lines, looking at the tiny details before we can actually move. Okay, Knight of Coins could be someone that you're actually dealing with, and they are very slow, very grounded energy, as they need to be certain before they act and react. Knight of Coins and Page of Wands here, very different energies. I do feel that after this message comes through, then you could start planning, because that's how I see the Knight of Coins, and the outcome does show that Three of Cups does speak of celebration. It does speak of a resurrection, and I'm going to say these 3 cups here that are spilt, that are broken, could be resurrecting here. So this could be, yes, a situation that went array in the past. It could be coming back around, and with a Fool card, this is saying that this is a new journey, and this could be a new chapter in this story. Now the Death card does speak of Pluto, Scorpio. Scorpio is all about things that were hidden, money from other sources, external sources. This is all about getting intimate, seeing the depths of Scorpio, deep communication, deep intimacy. And we know that there's a lot of things that have been hidden that are coming to the surface with Mercury having moved direct in the sign of Aries, which is moving quickly through that sign. And Mercury could mean in Aries that there are new beginnings, new communication, and new collaborations, but also the celebration of that. Let's take more cards. Let's take another layer and see what else is happening here. Let's look at this Strength card. And we have, wow, 4 cards that came out. I'm going to just take the top card, which is the Temperance. I will put the rest back in. Temperance is saying we need to temper ourselves. This is Sagittarian energy, which Sagittarius is all about benevolence. It's about expansion. It's very positive, and it's very joyful as well. Now, Temperance is the angels that are trying to manifest something healing, something that they will be providing for us. Again, Temperance is Jupiter. Jupiter does speak of different cultures, people that are at a physical distance from us, but this is also a card of truth and a card of faith. Okay, we've got 2 cards of faith. A lot of us are believing in the, again, I'm going to say the divine plan. And I'd just like to, on that note, I'd like to add that I hope that a lot of you had a wonderful Easter, as we did have the Catholic Easter. And even though things are very different right now, I do hope that you were able to connect on a spiritual level, but also with family, even being at a distance. Okay, now we are going through, we're heading towards the Orthodox Easter, so I'd like to wish you all a happy Easter, to you too as well. Let's see what else we've got after the Temperance card. And we've got the Empress, everyone. And the Empress is creativity. This is creating something of abundance. This is expanding that waistline. This is also a birth that is starting to happen. Now, we know that with this card, the Empress, she is someone who needs to be patient as she is ready to give birth. In this deck, she's actually fully blown. So she has been creating something. She has been very patient, and she's ready to provide as she is the mother of earth. And we know that the Empress is very nurturing, very loving, and very protective as she is a mother. Physically, metaphorically, for those of you that are pregnant and ready to give birth, I'd like to wish you all the best. Let's take this card as the Justice card, the clarity on that. And we've got the Queen of Wands here. And the Queen of Wands is all about inspiration, creativity. She's all about fire. And I would say more than likely that it's Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. But what I feel here, because the major arcana here is the Strength card, but we've also got the Fool, which is Aries. 3 major arcanas actually in fire, which says to me that a lot of people are ready to take action on what inspires them, what they want to create. But also where projects are concerned, she's very, very creative. Now, she's also very driven by her desires, and she will be taking action on those. Let's see that 5 of Cups in the hidden position, and we've got the King of Wands, everyone. And the King of Wands is obviously the other half of that Queen of Wands. Now, the King of Wands is also someone who's a leader, someone who takes the action, who moves forward. And we know also that this could also be the time of Aries, and that's why both people here are showing up as fire. They don't have to be a fire sign, but we know that because there are so many elements in our charts. Okay, this could be the fire in your chart. So you are showing up now as someone who's ready to manifest, someone who's ready to to start something and not be receptive as waiting around for something to change. This is the ability to move forward. The King of Wands is someone that you're probably dealing with at this time. This is someone who's ready to connect. Okay, we know that fire is all about action, and it's also about passion. Now, what two cards just fell here over the death card, and it's actually 3 cards. Oh my goodness. What is crazy here is that the King of Cups was in the same position yesterday. We also had the 8 of Cups, which is someone leaving something that they were not happy with, something that they did not fulfill their heart. Here we've got the 10 of Swords, and the 10 of Swords can be that ending, the ending of the pressure, the ending of the hardships. And the King of Cups is someone that is very open emotionally, ready to offer that cup. Now, because I did say that with the Death card here and the King of Cups, and I can't remember if the Death card was in the reading yesterday, but the King of Cups here is more than likely a Pisces or a Scorpio. I would say more than likely it would be a Scorpio, as we do have also the Judgment card here. So let's say, could this King of Wands be a Scorpio? I suppose it could. But the fact that we've got Taurus and Scorpio here, this is the same axis. So Taurus and Scorpio, if we are dealing with a Taurus, then Scorpio is their 7th house of partnership and relationship with others. And we could flip that message. So those of you that are dealing with a Scorpio, as the King of Wands, I usually do see Scorpio as very fiery, because they're very passionate. This could also be a Scorpio, and if this is a Scorpio you're dealing with, the Faith card is that they are someone very steady, very stable and slow moving, where relationships and even commitments are concerned. So what I see here is that with the 8 of Cups, I do believe that some of you have left a situation as there was an ending here. But I do feel that because the 10 of Swords turns into that Ace of Swords, this is a new beginning that is taking place as communication will start. Now, for a few of you, you may have left the King of Cups as I said, I'm not reading reversals. If this was someone that was in a reversed position, this would be someone that could be very manipulative. So you could be transforming, moving from a King of Cups to a King of Wands. And as I said, King of Wands is the energy. It doesn't have to be someone who is a fire sign. But again, it could be the same person, as the King of Wands does sit on top of the 5 of Cups, which means they could have water, strong water in their chart. And of course, the King of Cups sits on top of the Death card here, which is very Plutonian. As you could see, the P for Pluto there is massive transformation here, that someone that you may have been dealing with has now turned into someone that is hoping to connect with you on an emotional level, as we know that the King of Wands is someone more driven by their desires. So let's take a card on this Judgment card in the recent past. What is the resurrection here? And we have the Queen of Coins. And the Queen of Coins is the Mother of Earth. It's the minor arcana of the Empress. And the Queen of Coins is someone who's very stable, someone who is the hearth of the family, someone that is very dependable. And this ties in, obviously, with the message of the mythic oracle that I pulled today for you. So those of you that are not following me on social media, I would suggest that you read that message as it's very important. I do take a message daily for everyone. So Queen of Coins could be Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. Let's take that faith card. And the Queen of Coins here is someone that is very intuitive. As you can see, her third eye is on fire. She can see, she understands, she has a deep knowing that Spirit will provide for her, will provide stability. Or for those of you that this is another side to you, I feel as though you've been very patient and waiting on the resurrection of this relationship, whether it's love, family, or business. Let's take the Faith card. And we have the Ace of Wands, everyone. And the Ace of Wands does ring a new beginning. Even with the Page of Wands, we know that the Page is holding that Ace of Wands. So your wish, because I do see, and your prayers, someone has been wishing for this message, this indication, this light going on. Your wish will be reciprocated as the message comes through with that Page of Wands. Let's take another card. Okay, so 10 of Wands. We go from the Ace to the 10, and the 10 turns into the Ace again. So a cycle ending quickly. For some of you, it may have taken longer than others, but we know that this burden is coming to a completion as it's been quite heavy. Now, this could also mean that the message that is reciprocated or communicated to you is saying that this person has been dealing with a lot of heavy burdens, a lot of family relationships, lots of things. They've been dealing with a lot of things, and now maybe they've been able to take a breather. Or for those of you that someone needed a lot of courage, they've been very patient, they've needed a lot of courage. Maybe there were even trust issues, and that's what may have been stopping them. That was hard for them to deal with. They're actually ready to take a risk and communicate what's been happening with them and where this relationship is heading to, their emotions, their feelings, what they desire. Let's take that Knight of Coins. And we have the Page of Cups. And the Page of Cups could be that apology, could be that offer coming around again. Now, the Page of Cups could also be a child, as can the Page of Wands. Some of you may be dealing with someone that has got children, and that's why they've needed to take care of business, let's say, before they can look into manifesting what they desire, what they love, and what they emotionally want to connect with. Page of Cups is a message that comes in unexpectedly, and again, if it is an apology, the advice here is to have a look at it, okay? Look at things from a bigger perspective, as we know that the energies have been so overwhelming, and people do things for certain reasons under a lot of pressure, okay? So we have to be, we have to give that unconditional love and understanding, as these times are very tumultuous. Let's take the Three of Cups here, and we have the Six of Wands. And I do feel that you may be dealing with someone that may have been quite stuck in their ego. We know that this card is a card of success, but it's also ego. As you can see in the card here, we have Jupiter right there, which is expansion and luck, and we've got Leo here. So we know that this can be a little bit of an overblown sense of being very prideful. You may be dealing with someone that has got royal blood, or this could be someone that is very successful in what they do. There is kingship, there is royalty behind them, and that may have been what they've been dealing with, as we know that with the tumultuous energies at this time. People are changing. Okay, this is seeing the truth, seeing that life is not just about what we own, who we are, but the true meaning of life is that we're all the same. We're all on an even keel. And that's where a lot of people's ego are taking a big blow, and they're coming down a few steps. Let's take that Fool card. But the celebration is coming through with the card of success. This is also a 6, and 6s always speak of balance, creating harmony. Let's take that Fool card, and we have the Hermit. So whoever has been working behind the scenes, trying to either spiritually connect, or they have been doing their homework, they're ready to take that leap of faith. They're ready to start on a new journey, as they've been enlightened by whatever they've been dealing with. Okay, interesting that we have the King and the Queen of Wands, and then we have the Queen of Coins and the King of Cups. So I do feel that for a lot of you, this is two sides of these people. So the Queen of Coins is someone that is very stable. Queen of Wands in the distant past was someone that was maybe moving towards what they desire. But the Queen of Coins is the mother, and therefore she is all about being stable. She's the hearth of that fire. She is someone, and there you go, fire. So she is someone that will be there to provide. She will be patient, and therefore she will receive the enlightenment here. She has that deep understanding, and I see that she isn't going anywhere. So the King of Cups and the King of Wands, again, earth and water are all about patience. So the Queen of Coins and the King of Cups are very similar, that they are very patient. One is a provider and the other one is a provider of emotions, being able to reciprocate those emotions. So this could be two sides of the person that you are dealing with. And I do feel that the King of Cups obviously has been coming from a lot of pain, as they've been dealing with a cycle, a massive cycle of feeling stabbed in the back. Maybe the King of Cups was the person that was underestimating the trust within this bond. Again, depending on what kind of a bond, it could even be a friendship, right? And it looks as though this resurrection needed to take place. We know that the Judgment card is also a second chance at something. Okay, and you may be also seeing that now, or you may have seen that in the recent past. And again, the energy is very slow moving, as Earth is very slow moving. We know that resurrection takes time. All right, everyone. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my handwritten messages, but what I'd like to do, I will not be looking at the individuals. I'm going to be taking a message on the Page of Wands and on the Page of Cups. As the Page of Wands, we've got Page of Wands, King of Wands, we've got Page of Cups, King of Cups. So let's just take the messages. Let's just take the messages and see what this communication is all about. Let's take the Page of Wands first of all. And we have, I'm married, I lied to you, I'm sorry. Wow. Interesting. Let's take that Page of Cups. And we have, I'm moving on, I'm healing now, leaving the past. So I don't know how these messages speak to you in particular, but they are the messages for the day. Let's take a spiritual message as well for all of us. 14th of April, please, Spirit. 14th of April, 2020. Or whenever you view this reading, obviously. What does Spirit want to tell us today? and we have receive, and I think we got the same card yesterday. You are a kind and loving soul who constantly reaches out and gives to others, but now it's time for you to learn how to graciously receive. Just as with the ebb and flow of the tides, the art of giving and receiving is the natural law and order of the universe. I will take one more card because I do feel that this is a connection with yesterday and yesterday's message. Let's take another card. And we have gratitude. Life is one big continuous circle of giving and receiving energy. Be thankful for who and what's in your life instead of complaining about what you don't have. If you focus on gratitude, you'll start to attract prosperity and abundance. So that's the other message. Both cards are purple. There's a strong intuition in that. Okay, so you may be dealing with a situation to do with yesterday's message, as the receive card has shown up again. And that's amazing news as we are receiving, and we need to give the gratitude back. Let's not forget to do that, and that is very important. So everyone, I want to thank you so much again for your support, for being here. I'm going to wish you well again today, and sending you much love and much healing. All the best.